Hey guys, this is Dra0gon1, and this is week, is it 22 for the Call Otakus? I believe it's week 22. Hang on, let me just quickly check before I get the wrong week and completely fail. So, hang on, let me just check. Is it week 22? I believe it is week 22, but I just want to make sure. And I know the topic is that how did we first get into anime and manga, but I believe it's week 22, and it was asked by Suwu65. And the topic is, how did you get into anime and manga? I just want to say thank you, Roy, for telling people that I was making my video today, because I had a lot of college work to do, and I didn't want to collapse and die from exhaustion. So, and I know I did make a video last week. I did make a video last week because I did make it, but I just never got a chance to upload it. So because I was just sort of I wasn't even at home all last week. I was just sort of staying around my mate's house, and then I was going between sort of home and my mate's house, and I didn't really have enough time to actually sort of upload my video. So yeah, sorry about that. But now I've got the time to actually film this. So you're probably wondering, well, Dra0gon, why aren't you even on camera? Well, I'm not on camera because I just couldn't be bothered, but also because I felt like playing Infamous 2. So I thought I'd show you guys me playing Infamous 2. I know the video quality isn't the best, but it's, it's okay, I guess. So yeah, so the topic is, how did I first get into anime and manga? Oh god, this is sort of a story that I've told so many times, I believe, on this channel. It's kind of ridiculous how many times I've told this story. But I first got into anime or manga when I was about, I think I was about 14, 15, when I first knew what anime and manga was. Originally I was just into anime and I never read manga. But then after when I was about 16 is when I started to read manga. But at first I only originally got into anime. Anime was sort of the original thing that I really got into, and I didn't really read manga. I knew what manga was, but I didn't really want to read it, because I was kind of this person oh, I don't want to read effort, and I just couldn't be arsed. But yeah, so I was well, how did I first get into it? I first got into it when I did used to watch Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh on TV, but I didn't really know it was anime then. I just assumed it was a cartoon. But obviously now I know that it isn't a cartoon. But back then I always thought it was, and I used to watch anime on this TV program, this TV station called Toonami. But again, I didn't know what anime was back then. I just assumed it was cartoons. So I used to watch the One Piece 4Kids dub on there, and it was really bad. The dub is so bad. But I used to think it was Beast back then, but obviously now I look back on it now, it's actually really bad. But I used to watch it on there, and then when I was about 14, 15, I was just sort of stood in my sat in my room one day. I was thinking, what was that cartoon that I used to watch when I was about 12? And I thought, oh, I'm sure it was called One Piece. So I just looked it up and I found episodes online, and then I watched it. And then I learned that One Piece actually isn't a cartoon; it's actually an anime. And then I thought, oh, this is really interesting. I've never heard of anime before. And then I sort of looked around, and I discovered that there's so many different animes. I was thinking, wow, this is really cool. How did I never know this existed? And I just sort of looked around, and I did a couple of research on it, what anime was, and then I kind of picked up on. Then I actually discovered that a couple of my friends at school were into anime. Not many people knew about anime though at my school. There was 2 people in my entire school that knew what it was. One of them didn't even watch it. One of them just heard what it was, and the other one knew what anime was. And he was like, oh, you should watch Naruto. Naruto's Beast and everything. So I did watch Naruto, and I watched the first bit before Shippuden. But I watched random episodes because the website that I used to watch it off. Yes, I know I used to stream it. Ooh, bad for me. But yeah, the website that I used to watch it off, they just had random episodes. They'd have the first 10, then they'd have they wouldn't have 13 and 14, but they had 15 to 22, and then they wouldn't have 34 or something. That's how it kind of went. So I used to watch loads and then skip random arcs. So I was kind of I do know a bit about Naruto, but I don't know loads about it. I don't know enough, a lot about Naruto. I don't know as much about Naruto as I do One Piece. One Piece I know so much about, but Naruto I know hardly any. So yeah, that's how I kind of got into anime. I used to just sort of I kind of don't even know how. It just sort of coincidence that I kind of got into it. But then I sort of I really got addicted to anime and manga like I am now, and I just sort of watched shitloads. and I used to talk with my friend like, oh, have you watched this anime? You should definitely check this one out. I just discovered this one, and we used to like exchange like anime to watch. And then like over the past, like when I was leaving school, like over the, I think it was about last 3 or 4 months, like more people used to watch, like got into anime. About 5 or 6 more people watched it. And like, but they were all like Bleach fanboys, because they were just like, oh yeah, Bleach is like the best, yo. And they didn't actually say yo, but that's how I kind of pictured it. I'll remember it. But yeah, they were like Bleach fanboys, and they're like, oh yeah, Bleach is the best. And I was like, no, One Piece is the best. And you know, obviously I do like Bleach and One Piece, but in my opinion, don't like rage me for this, but I believe One Piece is probably the best out of all 3. At the top 3, One Piece is superior. And I mean, a lot of people might not agree with me, but I personally think One Piece is superior to Bleach and Naruto. It's just like, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that before like people get mad at me. But that's how I got into anime and manga. I know it's not very interesting or like kind of like, oh my god, Dragon like killed somebody to get into anime. No, it wasn't anything like that. It's more or less, I kind of discovered it by pure coincidence. And then after a while when I was watching anime, I kind of got to a point in One Piece where I've watched every single episode. Like currently, I was thinking, oh my god, I really want to find out what happens, and then discovered that it was originally from a manga, and I was like, hang on, a manga's a comic, but it's a Japanese comic. I thought that's actually kind of cool. And then I read like a couple of chapters online, and I was kind of confused because it was like read from right to left. So I was really confused, and I didn't know. When I used to read manga, the first time I ever read manga, I used to read it like the page is right to left, but the letter, like the speech bubbles left to right. I don't know, it's kind of confusing how to put it, but if you've read an American comic and then you read a Japanese comic, you assume that the writing is going to be left to right, because you think, hang on, they've translated it, so it should be left to right, but not actually, it's actually right to left. So yeah, it was kind of confusing for me at the first time, but now I've read so much now, I'm so used to reading it right to left now. Like when I read comics, sometimes I'll flick to the back and say, hang on, no, I'm not reading manga no more, so I have to like go to the left. So yeah, sometimes it does get, sometimes it used to be confusing, but now it's not. But now it's more confusing for me when I'm reading a left to right, when I'm reading an American comic, it's left to right, or a manhwa when I'm reading it left to right. Especially manhwa I find really confusing when I'm reading, because it's sort of like done in the manga style, but it's left to right. It's kind of, it really does confuse me sometimes. But yeah, this is my video for week 22. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and personally I thought it was a really boring video, but if you guys enjoyed it, then you know, good for you. But yeah, so please check out everybody else's video. Make sure you check out Nem's, which I believe is today. Also check out My Manga Quest is tomorrow, I believe. My Manga Quest is Thursday, then Uncle Me's Friday, and then DK and J-Man are Saturday, and then who's Sunday? I can't remember who's Sunday. Hello Fop is Sunday, but she hasn't made a video for quite a while, so I'm gonna have to send her a message to say, where the fuck's your video? Not really, but I'll just see. I know a lot of people have been like not making videos like throughout the couple of weeks, but that's mainly my fault because I've slacked as well. So I'm not gonna sort of say, oh god, you guys haven't made videos, you suck, and you're getting kicked off or anything. I'm just gonna say, oh, I know you haven't been making videos for the past like week or two, but that's okay because I'm the exact same. So yeah. Anyways, this is Dra0gon1. Please check out, subscribe. Hope you liked my shit ass video, but yeah, please check out everybody else's video because theirs is probably so much better than mine. But anyways, laters.